Hey everybody, it's your boy Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and there's some wrestling news that needs to be taken care of, guys. We gotta talk about some wrestling stuff, and as always, I got my handy dandy phone because I don't know nothing. Uh, I just see headlines and we talk about it, guys. That's what we do. I'm starting to learn how to edit, not videos, but also like my thing. The cover part of the video. Starting to learn how to edit those. Okay, good. So first off, let's talk about Impact Wrestling. So Impact Wrestling, they announced that they're doing like a 2 week event, which is going to be somewhere around near like the SummerSlam areas. So there's going to be one is going to be August 18th, and the other one the following week is going to be August the 25th. So they already reported that they have the North will get their rematch against Motor City Machine Guns. They came back at the last pay per view and they came together, won their match, and then during the TV tapings, they beat the North for the tag team title. So they're gonna get that rematch. Also in the rematch, we're gonna get Deanna Purrazzo, who defeated Jordan Grace for the Impact Women's Championship. The Impact the Knockouts Championship. That's what Knockouts Championship. So they're gonna do their their thing. So these aren't really matches, but we can assume that we're gonna get Moose versus EC3 for the TNA World Championship. We can assume that we're gonna get Ace Austin and his big guy versus the Good Brothers in a tag team match. And then, by the way, their tag team division is doing really, really well. And then we can assume that we're going to get Eddie Edwards versus Eric Young for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. So that's going to be good stuff. And also, since we're on the subject of of Impact Wrestling, Kimberly has signed a deal with Impact, and their women's roster is also really, really, really good. I think their roster is second to WWE's roster, because like say what you want, but like WWE roster has like everybody, like from NXT to NXT UK to Raw to SmackDown. Their roster is pretty like nice. It's good, so hard to be topped. Um, oh, I guess since we're on the subject of Impact, they have also announced some matches for next week. So here we go. Impact has did Eddie Edwards versus to be announced. So I guess he's just going to be in action against somebody. Jordan Grace is going to face off against Kimberly, which should be really, really good. And then there's going to be a no disqualification match between Havoc and Nevaeh versus Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. So it's going to be awesome. All right. So that's going to be all the Impact news. Next, we're going to do some news for NXT previews from them in AEW. So these are what we got. NXT champion Keith Lee. Whoop, whoop, Keith Lee. Whoop, whoop. It's going to be facing off against Cameron Grimes, which should be great. Brunson Reed is going to go one on one with Shane Thorne. Uh, Imperium defends their NXT titles, tag team championships against Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish of Redragon. And then we got the triple threat match with Damian Priest, Oni Logan, and Rich Holland for that entrance into the Takeover ladder match. And since we're on that subject of NXT as well, and the ladder match, Dexter Loomis has like an ankle injury, so they don't know if he's going to be ready for that. So hopefully he does because Dexter Loomis is really, really good. And I kind of want to see him in that ladder match because that'd be great. For AEW, we're gonna have the Chris Jericho Orange Cassidy debate with a special mystery moderator, which I guess a lot of people were speculating it would probably most likely 95% be Eric Bischoff. Uh, Best Friends is gonna go against Santana and Ortiz. Should be a really good tag team match. Santana and Ortiz need to be tag team champions. Matt Cardona makes his debut with Cody versus the Dark Order Jabronis, John Silver and Alex Reynolds. FTR and Elite will go off against the Dark Order in the 12-man tag match. And MJF gets his state of address, and John Moxley will defend his AEW championship against Darby Allin. In other words, John Moxley will defeat Darby Allin with his title. Let's see. More wrestling news. Adam Cole has heard some interesting news for tonight, so he's gonna. I think it's gonna be a thing with him and Pat McAfee, so that should be interesting stuff. Uh, Next week on NXT, they have announced a triple threat match will be Cameron Grimes versus tear come to my eye, guys. Kushida S versus an unnamed opponent, and they don't know who that opponent is going to be yet, but that's going to be great. And then they also said that they announced that WrestleMania 30 is coming along. No, not WrestleMania 30. NXT Takeover 30, like 30 triple X. So they're gonna have rumored match between Karrion Kross versus Keith Lee. They're rumored for the a triple threat tag team women's match or a women's match between Io Shirai, Dakota Kai, and uh, my girl Rhea Ripley for the NXT uh, Women's Championship. So that sounds like something that's going to be like they're going to have the triple threat. Io's going to win. She's going to probably pin Dakota Kai because Rhea Ripley's still Rhea Ripley and she's a big deal. And they're probably going to do a thing where uh, Rhea Ripley's like, hey, yeah, you won. Congratulations, but you didn't beat me. Pinned her. And they're probably going to do another thing. They're going to probably do some stuff like that, which should be interessante. Um, that's about it that I have. They have some SummerSlam locations. Atlantic City, which should be interesting. Atlantic City is going to be a thing. They kind of want to hold a crowd, but it's not going to be like thousands of like people. Like if they do it, it might be 20, 30 people, maybe if that. Um, Raw ratings were in, and Shane McMahon is a draw, as well as Sasha Banks. People stuck around a little bit, which is cool, kind of cool because they went up against NBA. I think NBA was on, so their thing went up to I think a 1.8, which was like a 1.6 last week. So I think they were like a 1.7. I think the when Sasha and Bailey came out and stuff like that, that match it went up to like a 1.8. I think it dropped back down to like a 1.6 or 1.7, but I mean that's not bad for Raw, especially when there's no crowd and there's no and when the NBA is back and stuff like that. So we like all of those. And there was one more thing I wanted to mention that I saw, and I completely forgot. How mad would you guys be? Oh, there was one more thing. I sort of remember this. There was another thing, but there's one more thing. Um, SmackDown. Oh, there's two more things, and I do remember the last thing. So one is this coming SmackDown. They announced that there was rumors that there's going to be two people that to come to show up on SmackDown. One would be Danny Burch, and when you think Danny Burch, you're like, oh, Oney Lorcan, longest finger of all time, Oney Lorcan. Tag team's gonna get in that tag. They're gonna get in that tag team. No, it's Killian Dane, which is weird, but it's Killian Dane. So they're probably gonna. They're thinking about they're gonna be part of the ransom for King Corbin. Maybe they might have this court gesture, courtsmanship thing that they're probably going to do that they might be thinking about doing or something like that. Or maybe it could be like maybe killing Danes is part of it, and maybe they try to get Danny Burch to do it, and maybe Oney Lurkin comes out and like, my guys, and maybe that brings them to the tag team division. I don't know, but that's one thing, and the other thing is, so you guys remember the the Monday there's supposed to be this group, this stable that WWE was hyping up so much. They're like, oh yeah, we we want this stable is coming to Monday Night Raw and all that stuff, and then like they kind of like never showed them, which was which was weird. Like they showed them, but they came in like hoodies and masks and stuff like that. So they said that they actually have a name, and I want to show you guys the name. Pat McAfee will be on NXT tonight. If you guys, you probably already remember, and you guys are probably like yelling at me. It's like we already know the name. Shut up, man. WWE puts a lot of stuff on their page. Holy Jesus! I thought the name was funny, and I forgot the name of it. I forgot it was like reinsert. Oh, was it like? I felt like it was like reinsurgents or like disgruntled veterans, something like that. Oh my God, WWE, get it together! You guys got too much stuff. Hold on, I got this. Boom. Ha. WrestlingNews.gov. There it is. According to their website and social media channels, the new faction will be known as Retribution. Yup. So those mask hoodies and maybe one female, they're gonna be called Retribution, and that's kind of and so a lot of people were thinking like, "Ooh, Retribution." Um, it could be some like people who were like laid off or something like that, or furloughed or laid off or something like that, to maybe had come back and trying to get retribution on WWE or something like that, or maybe it's. I had a theory that it was probably Mustafa Ali, Two Fly Crew, Cedric Alexander, and Ricochet. I thought it would be them who are getting mad because they're either losing or they're not being shown on TV or getting mistreated or something like that. So I thought it would be them. And they also said that there was a female voice, so I don't know what female would probably join them. Um, can't think of anybody, but those are the names. And they said because they also said there was like probably a female voice. So those are the names I can think of right now. But I don't know if there's like I don't know what kind of female. Natalia, maybe Natalia would probably be the only other person I can think about. But she's also like I think we're supposed to be doing a thing with what's her name? What's her face? Lana. But yeah, maybe Naomi switched over to Raw. I don't know. I don't really know. But they said that they're probably going to reveal themselves next week since they didn't do it this week. So hopefully we'll get the answers. So those are all your wrestling news. Uh, if there's any more news tomorrow, because there's wrestling news all over the place, I will cover it. Uh, we will be going over AEW and NXT. I don't know which one I'm going to do first. I'll figure it out. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to learn how to do some editing, some more editing. I don't know how to do it on a laptop, but I know how to do it on the phone. So maybe I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry about it. Just doing good stuff. Share, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. See you. Peace.